The movie begins with Gotham turning a new leaf from a city of crime to a city of vigilantism. After Batman's outstanding victory against the mutant leader, most of the gang members have turned to become part of the vigilante group, the Sons of Batman. Albeit crime is at its lowest, critics wonder if Gotham has traded one evil for another. Meanwhile, at Arkham home, Joker has woken up from his catatonic state. Feigning remorseful over his past actions, Joker tricks his psychologist, Dr. Bartholomew Wolper, into taking him to a talk show to tell his story, convinced that he has genuinely changed. After making some calls, Dr. Wolper convinced the Dave Endocrine Show to guest Joker, which they predicted to be the highest-rated episode in years. Meanwhile, at the White House, U.S. President Ronald Reagan called in Clark Kent, aka Superman, to address Batman's return. Superman has been working as a government operative in exchange for being allowed to help people covertly. Although the president claims he isn't asking to have Batman taken out, but to stop him from his vigilantism and return to retirement. Later that night, Bruce Wayne, aka Batman, goes undercover to take out Bruno and her henchmen when things go out of hand, and they start shooting. Batman manages to take out her henchmen despite being outnumbered and chases after Bruno. He orders Carrie Kelly, aka Robin, to lead Bruno into the alley and to an abandoned building. Batman plans on interrogating Bruno about Joker's plans, who is scheduled to appear in the Dave Endocrine Show next week, and worries he has ulterior motives. When Batman gets a handle on Bruno, Superman arrives and interrupts their fight. After agreeing to talk, Batman finishes his task at hand with Bruno. The US president talks to the press about the growing hostility between the US and the Soviet Union over possessing the island of Cordo Maltese. The Soviets have called out the American military presence as pure fascist aggression and pledged total military commitment to ousting the US occupancy. When asked about Batman's return, the president feigns ignorance of the agreement between superheroes to stand down and turns the spotlight back to the government authority in Gotham City to handle the issue. Turnover from outgoing Commissioner James Gordon to incoming Captain Ellen Yindel will be made official at a formal dinner happening later that evening. For her first order of business, Police Commissioner Yindel issues a warrant for Batman's arrest. Clark talks to Bruce about returning to retirement as they had agreed upon 10 years ago. Clark pointed out that Bruce has been acting like a criminal when he replies that they are all criminals. Their only difference is that Clark now has a boss, the US president. Clark claims that everyone except for him agreed to the deal they made and how Diana returned to her people while Hal left the planet. Bruce candidly points out that Oliver, aka Green Arrow, did not willingly agree to the deal they made. Before he leaves, Clark warns Bruce to stop whatever he is doing, or someone with authority will have to order him to stop him. When the time comes, Bruce welcomes the challenge and claims, "May the best man win." Abner, Joker's henchman, visits him at Arkham home and plans his escape after his great appearance at the Dave Endocrine shows. He brings Joker a mind-controlling lipstick he requested and some high-grade filters to counteract the gas they will use later that night. While the police surround the building on the ground and the rooftop, Joker's getting prepped for the show. Batman makes his move and enters the building through the rooftop, where Yindel and the cops lie in wait. Batman uses smoke bombs to level the advantage the police have in terms of numbers, and takes them out one by one. Yindel's quick thinking has her use the choppers to blow the smoke and reveal where Batman is. As he tries to escape, Robin provides cover using the Batplane and retrieves Batman before he gets surrounded. At the Dave Endocrine show, Dr. Wolper explains that Joker is a changed man and that he was not responsible for all the deaths while blaming Batman as the real criminal. Out of nowhere, Joker kills Dr. Wolper while Abner's dolls Bobby and Mary, break into the studio with his deadly smile gas, killing everyone at the studio. Later, Joker tracks down Selina Kyle, aka Catwoman, and demands help. He uses mind-controlling lipstick on her and asks one of her escorts to control a Congress member. Congressman Hector Alejandro Noches climbs the Gotham Vista Hotel naked with only the US national flag as drapes, and demands a nuclear strike on the Soviets before falling to his death. Batman and Robin head to the crime scene, impersonating a detective from the 6th Precinct. He discovered that the escorts belonged to Selina Kyle, whom he was associated with. His cover is blown when the actual detective shows up at the crime scene. Batman and Robin later find Selina bound and dressed as Wonder Woman. Robin finds cotton candy on the floor, to which Batman deduces that Joker must be at the fairgrounds. Commissioner Yindel and the cops are behind them, so they escape to the window where the Wing is waiting for them. Robin slips and falls, but Batman manages to grab her just in time. Batman and Robin arrive at the fairgrounds where Bobby tries to blow them up in the air. Joker confronts Batman while Abner and Mary handle Robin. Joker starts shooting at Batman in the crowd while Batman tries to take him out. Mary flies up to the roller coaster tracks where it plans to blow up an incoming tram when Robin uses her slingshot to throw her off and blow up in the air. Abner grabs her, but she breaks free and accidentally kills him. Meanwhile, Joker has no qualms about taking hostages, but Batman manages to free them from Joker's grip. Joker escapes to the House of Mirrors while taking a boy hostage. Batman manages to use the mirrors to disorient Joker and frees his hostage. Joker managed to get a shot at Batman, escape to the Tunnel of Love, and shoot at random people in his way. Batman catches him off guard and disarms him of his gun, and they take it out to a melee. Batman explains that he couldn't feel guilty and responsible for all the deaths orchestrated by the Joker, as he chose time and time again to let him live. The blood loss is finally taking its toll, and Batman is pinned down by Joker, who stabs Batman multiple times. Batman breaks free and breaks Joker's neck, paralyzing him from the waist down. With his last breath, Joker goads Batman into killing him, but when he doesn't comply, Joker commits suicide by completely breaking his neck, knowing that Batman will be blamed for his murder. Batman can't catch his breath as Yindel and her men are fast approaching. While bleeding profusely, he fights his way out, where Robin waits for him with the Batplane using the cars exploding as cover. News reports that, albeit US occupancy was victorious in Corto Maltese, the Soviets fired a nuclear missile at it. Although Superman was sent to intercept it and change its trajectory, the explosion created an electromagnetic pulse, EMP, which shut down all electronics and power throughout the United States. Superman is drained from the nuclear blast, so he drains the life energy around him to recover. Meanwhile, everyone is panicking at the nation-state, and the crime spree is at its highest as survival instincts kick in. As Gotham descends into chaos, Batman and Robin rally the Sons of Batman to follow him and restore order to the city. He managed to convince the citizens and the imprisoned mutant members, who are at odds with each other, to put their hostility aside and help fix the city. After seeing Batman in the act, Police Commissioner Yindel finally accepts Batman's existence as someone too big to judge. With the nation sent into a nuclear winter, Gotham has become the safest country while the rest of America is powerless and overrun with crime. With the credibility nightmare, the president has to answer for being unable to bring stability during dark times. The president calls Superman to kill Batman after failed attempts to talk him down. Later that night, Oliver Queen visits Bruce at Wayne Manor, who claims to have been in hiding since escaping jail. He admits he has been attacking the government where it hurts, making it much harder for them to ignore he exists. Oliver claims Bruce has been drawing too much attention, forcing the higher-ups to order his assassination. He explains he wanted to be part of the fight against Superman, revenge for what he did to him 10 years ago. With their fated battle set in stone at Crime Alley, Bruce makes his last preparations to face Superman, albeit Alfred Pennyworth's, his butler, advises against it. Army troops have evacuated the downtown slum to give space for Batman and Superman's beatdown. As Superman heads to Crime Alley, Batman hits him with an automated missile and knocks him off the air. Robin then attacks him with the Batmobile tank, which Superman easily defeats. Batman confronts Superman wearing a powerful exoframe to match his super strength. As Superman makes one last attempt to reason with Batman, he attacks him with a sonic gun and a supercharged electric attack which knocks Superman off balance. Batman evens the playing field with his exoframe as he goes toe-to-toe with Superman in hand-to-hand combat. When Superman has the advantage and bears down his strength on him, Batman buys time for Oliver Queen to position himself to attack Superman with liquid kryptonite arrows. Robin retrieves Oliver while they escape the army using the Batmobile tank. Batman explains that it wasn't easy to make liquid kryptonite, but he had years and costed him a fortune preparing for one day he would have to fight him. He describes how Superman feels his mortality like the rest of the humans do. When Superman notices something weird is happening to Batman's heart, he cuts him off, explaining that he could have killed him if he wanted to, but instead, he wants him to remember him as the one who beat him. Suddenly, Batman's heart gives out, and he dies of a heart attack while Alfred coincidentally sets the Wayne Manor to self-destruct at the same time Batman has a heart attack. Seeing the Wayne Manor in flames, Alfred also dies of a stroke outside the manor. Later, all of Gotham City grieves over the loss of Batman, who is later revealed to the public to be none other than the world-famous billionaire industrialist Bruce Wayne. With the passing of a great hero, Wayne's secrets, methods, and tools in his decades as Batman also died with him as Wayne Manor burned to the ground. All his money accounts and even financial holdings have disappeared. After the memorial service, Selina blames Clark for Bruce's death, but ex-Commissioner James Gordon stops her. He wonders if he is a friend, to which Superman responds that he is not sure. As Clark walks away, he notices Kelly at the service and discovers that Bruce is still alive after hearing a faint heartbeat from his coffin. Realizing that Bruce faked his death, Oliver leads the Sons of Batman underground while they prepare to turn it into their new base. Bruce walks in with Kelly and explains that he will teach them everything in his ways and secrets. He plans to make them his army, operating in the shadows to keep Gotham safe. Oliver says that Superman knew about him faking his death, but Bruce explains that Superman got the message. As long as they stay quiet, he will leave them alone. Bruce claims he has spent the last 10 years looking for a good death, but what they do will be a good life. Thank you for watching. Check out these other videos, and make sure to subscribe and tap the bell to be notified about our latest videos. See you next time.